Hey guys, I'm just gonna do a really quick 3-month postpartum video for me because I didn't do one when I did Molly's. So I am 3 months and almost a week postpartum. Today is the 7th, and the 1st is when her months reset. So I'm like almost a week and 3 months postpartum, and I really just want to like show off my big fat tummy, which I will in a sec. But first, I guess I'll just talk about what happened this week and kind of like how I am. At 3 months postpartum, I am off the pill. That was kind of a surprise, and because of that, we are using condoms. And I don't like using condoms, but it's better than having our children be like 12 months apart. I want them to be a little bit further apart than that. So I just have to make do because it's either that or I go back on the pill or I go. I suppose I could talk to my midwife and ask for the shot, which is good for 3 months. I might do that. I don't know. Because I don't really like condoms, but they work. I'm okay with them. Getting them was interesting. Poor Ben. I was like, come get condoms with me. And he was like, I'm embarrassed. And I was like, oh yeah, I didn't even think of that. And then we like had no time. It was a big rush and it was just really awful. And I was really depressed. I've been really, really depressed the past 2 weeks. Not from PPD, but from my back. My back, like I said in my video about her, the 3 month postpartum, or her 3 month update, my back did take a turn for the worst, and it hurt like even more than it had hurt before. So I was very, very upset and very disappointed and just very frustrated, very over it. So I had a breakdown and I was crying lots of tears, and I was just like, I can't do anything. Like I can't bend over. Still, I can't like stand up really fast. It's getting better. It is on its way getting better again. I have to sleep sitting up now, which isn't the most comfortable, but at this point, I can do it. Oh, Molly's talking to me now. So I have been sleeping in the recliner again, and Molly has been sleeping on me, and that's working out fine. And it's really nice because then when she gets up in the middle of the night to breastfeed, I'm right there, so I can just be like, done. So I've been doing that the past few days. My back's felt a lot better. It's still not healed. Oh, so I went to the chiropractor on Monday. Yeah, Monday. So like a couple days ago. And he took x-rays just to make sure there's no arthritis or like an actual slip disc going on, and everything's fine. So it's just my muscle is just screwed up. But like the instant that he like stuck the x-ray on the light, I noticed a curve in my spine, and I was like, oh, look at that. And that didn't really surprise me. I was kind of surprised because I thought my spine was straight, but it's not. I have a little teeny curve right at the base of my spine, and it's making my pelvis tilted a little bit. So my legs are actually not the same length. My right leg is shorter than my left leg, which could very well be contributing to this pain. I think it's related to my pregnancy. So there is a tiny little curve, and he was like, oh, it looks like you have some scoliosis going on. And I was like, it runs in my family. My mom's got a 13-inch rod in her spine. She got her spine fused in the 70s, so I'm well aware of scoliosis and what it does and what it looks like. So I noticed that right away. It's a really small curve. I'm guessing it's less than 10 degrees. I don't know exactly how they measure degrees, but it's barely there. I mean, like I was looking for it. It's just this little teeny curve right above my pelvis. And I don't know where the second curve is that like balances it out, but because he was only taking a picture of like my lower spine. But he was like, oh, knowing this, I'm going to change the way I approach. But he didn't like change like what he was doing. So it's just a muscle injury that just blew up out of control because I like have to use those muscles. I can't rest because I have a baby to take care of. So that happened, and I don't remember what I was talking about before I decided to take that tangent, but this is about me, so it's appropriate. Oh, and hi, cleavage! Anyway. Oh, the cabinet behind me is closed. That's a surprise and awesome. So anyway, okay, so on Wait, what day was it? Not Tuesday. Wednesday. Yes, Wednesday. I finally went to the endocrinologist lab to give my blood. Like, I was supposed to do it last week, but they didn't give me an appointment. They just said, "Oh, just come in and tell them you're there for lab, and they'll do your labs." And I was like, that means I'll never come in if it's not scheduled. So of course I put it off, and the one day that I could have done it, I didn't do it because I did something else instead. And then the rest of the week, my back was too sore to take Molly there. I didn't want to take her there, so I finally did it on Wednesday after work. I just went to the hospital and got it done. I was there for a while, sitting around waiting. And then when she took my labs, I'm not afraid of needles, it wasn't a big deal. So she took my blood, and then when she put the like sticky bandage on, right when she put it on and let go, it popped off. So the little hole started bleeding, like kind of running, and I was like, "Whoa, it's bleeding!" And she was like, "Yes, that tends to happen." And I was like, "No, this just hasn't happened to me before." I mean, obviously I knew it was gonna bleed, but I just never had seen it bleed like that, and it wasn't real bad. It just was happening. And then she's like, "Man, it's been doing this like all week." And I was like, "You must have a bad rule." And I was like totally chill about it, so it wasn't a big deal. So the reason I got that done is to see, because I'm not on the thyroid pill anymore. I went off of it because she told me I could. And that the lab is just to see what my levels are being off the pill for 4 weeks. It's supposed to be 3, but it's 4. So I've been off that pill for about a month. Yay, because I hated taking it. And so I should, in like the next 2 weeks, find out if I have to go back on it or not, or if it's just a pregnancy-related thing. Hopefully it's just a pregnancy-related thing, and I just go on it when I'm pregnant and then go off when I'm postpartum. Or hopefully I won't have to go on it at all. That would be nice, too. So she's starting to fuss. That's what happened this week. I've been to work, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just going to show you my tummy. I'll try my best. Sorry, my bra is totally showing. This is why I was covering up. So, let me scoot this back. Okay. My breast pad is showing. Okay, so here's my tummy. Here's with the shirt on. And then, like, the other side. And with the shirt up. Oh, let me try to get, like, the glare out of the way. This is what it looks like. My linea negra is going away. It's not very dark anymore. My belly button is like all the way back in. I am an outie, so this is as good as it's gonna get. I'm still quite pudgy, but I really just don't care. I can't do a whole lot of exercise right now because of my back. I weigh about 160 pounds still, which isn't bad because I got up to like 192 or something at my heaviest. I gained 35 pounds. I started at about 150 or 155. So I gained between 35 and 40 pounds. And I lost I lost like 20 pounds like the first week. Oh, she's totally smiling at me. So, like all these vlogs I follow, like, "Oh yeah, I weigh 100 pounds. Oh, I weigh 120 pounds. I'm like, I weigh so much more than you guys, and that's just because I'm curvy. I'm not, like, fat or anything. I'm just really more solid and more curvy, so. Anyone that's wondering, I am 5'6", so I am actually fairly tall. I have a really tall trunk and really short legs. My seat in my car is all the way forward, but I sit really tall because I have a tall trunk. So there's that for you guys. Oh my gosh, I have this varied cleavage. Wow. So symptom-wise, whatever, like, down there is back to normal. I'm back to, sex is fine. Except I don't like using condoms, but I've already said that. I'm not taking like any sort of medication. I stopped taking Advil and Tylenol for my back because I was starting to get used to it, and that really sucked. So the pain hasn't been too bad now that I'm back to sitting up. The weather has been raining outside. It's been raining the past like 2 weeks because in Idaho where I live in the spring it rains a lot. So it's been raining and that's actually like hurt my back more. My back was starting to get better, and then the reason it took a turn for the worse, I think, is because it was raining and the pressure was changed. So, hi. She's in a good mood. I'm gonna bring her up here. You wanna say hi? No, Mommy, I don't know how to say hi. I can't talk. I'm not an English speaker yet. But you're learning English, my dear. She loves to chew on her fists, and of course I let her because that's the first step to speech development, so I don't care. They just get really cold. So here's Molly at 3 months old, since I didn't show her off in her video because she was sleeping and I didn't feel like picking her up. But yeah, she's wearing, this is a size, I think it's 3 to 6. Yeah, this is a 3 to 6 month outfit, and when I saw it, my mom got it for me, it was huge, and I was like, oh my gosh, is this even like gonna fit her? And it fits her like almost perfectly. I mean, it is big, but she's not swimming in it. I'm just like, oh my gosh, she's getting so long. And 1 month until I find out how much she weighs and how long she is and all that, and she gets more shots, woohoo, and whatever. So, see, she's grabbing my hand, she can grab my fingers and stuff. She loves to squeeze them. So I guess that's all for my postpartum. I don't have PPD, although I have been depressed because of my back situation, but it has nothing to do with her. She's a really easygoing baby, and I'm just like totally in love. I was one of those people that didn't like immediately just fall head over heels in love with my child, and it was because I was so guarded during my pregnancy because I thought I was going to lose it because I'd just lost the other two. So I tried not to get too attached, and that like carried over to when I delivered. And of course I was in love, but I didn't have that like fierce like cry when I talk about her kind of feeling. I do now, very much so. So that's going in the right direction and everything, and I love her so much, and oh, she is such a sweet, sweet baby. I'm so glad she's my first. She's going to be an excellent big sister because I'm definitely planning on having more kids. So, yeah, I guess I will, when I get around to making updates, I will talk about some other stuff, so I'll see you then. Bye-bye!